What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Sunday, the 30th of July, 2023. Welcome to the end of July. Man, what a crazy week of news. It's been a hot week here in St. Louis. We had some wicked storms blow through tonight. Is it hot where you are? What's the temperature? What's the weather? It's just craziness all over the place. We have just several stories going on this week. As always, the link below will take you over to the Patreon post. That's where you can find all of the madness. We have a lot of I don't know what you call it this week. Let's just start off with CDC likely to recommend annual COVID booster shot. Director says more like the flu vaccine, so it's going to be optional, right? Well, you know, consider these stories if you're considering doing this. Now, look at what happened this week. Holy smokes, anyone watching this game? What happened to this guy? Look at this. We got all kinds of this stuff this week. This guy just falls out live on the air. His brain broke down. I don't understand what happened. LeBron James' son has cardiac arrest during practice. What's going on here? Doctors are baffled. No one knows what's going on. Tori Kelly rushed to the hospital after collapsing in the LA restaurant. Losing consciousness, singer remains in ICU, is treated for life-threatening blood clots in legs and lungs. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff. Sinead O'Connor. I don't know if this has anything to do with anything, but she passed away at 56. Rest in peace. You know, I'll get into that later on. Sinead O'Connor died. We got Mitch. Oh, who didn't see the Mitch McConnell malfunction this week? This man straight was put on pause. Look at this. Let's watch this McConnell.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're on a path to finishing the NDA.
Of course you are.
This week has been good bipartisan
watch the lady in the green here. What, she like puts him on pause.
And a string of.
This is the most bizarre shit ever. This is. He just straight up goes blank. I mean, does this have something to do with the?
Okay, Mitch?
You okay, Mitch?
Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to
Huh? What?
You want to say anything else to the press?
What?
No, I'm okay.
Wow. What's going on with this lady, Diane Frankenstein? She's just being told what is it just old age or is it something else?
Feinstein.
You know, she's just just say I. She tries to make a statement and her handlers are just.
Yeah. I would like to support a yes vote on this. It provides $823 billion. That's an increase of $26 billion for the Department of Defense, and it funds priorities submitted.
Just say I.
Yeah, just say I. Okay, just.
Is it old age or is it something else? And what's going on with this woman in the background? Watch this lady here. Is she having some sort of stroke, or is it some sort of mind control, or is... I don't know what's happening this week, guys. We just got all kinds of this kind of stuff. I'll put a link to this. Anyway, other news going on. Hunter Biden pleads not guilty after plea deal derailed. Oh, people are saying, oh, Hunter's going to go to jail. Oh, no, he's not. Give me a break. Are you kidding me? What difference does it make? Hunter Biden's bong-smoking lawyer, Kevin Morris, who paid Son's $2 million tax bill, also spent a fortune on his art along with California Dem donor, blah, 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 blah. Put a link to this. See, they're all part of the club. Biden's dog commander, and Joe Biden news this week, has bitten more Secret Service officials, bit 6 others after replacing the first Pooch Major who was attacking people. So is the dog getting into the cocaine in the White House? I don't know what's going on there. And I got one at the bottom here. Be advised, language warning. Turn it down if you don't want to hear bad language. This is what this guy thinks about Joe Biden.
Man, you'll be surprised to hear this shit from a minority, a nigga like me. We fucking with Trump.
We need him back.
We need him back. Biden ain't do shit for us, but brought us down. More debt, more budget, and he's a bitch-ass nigga. We over here fucked up. He's sending all that money to Ukraine. I don't give a fuck. They went to war, fucking it up for us. Give us some money. Billions, all this shit. We got homeless vet over here sleeping outside, but he's sending all that motherfucking money overseas. Fuck you, Biden!
But keeping it real on the Jericho Report, because I'm not bound by sponsors. I'm not trying to sell you any little trinkets, just nothing but the truth over here. Over to financial news. How did the Dow do this week? Looks like the Dow was up 176 on the Friday. For the week, the Dow was up 231. Closed the week 35.4 59. Here we go. Dow 36,000. Dow scores longest winning streak in over 6 years. Central bank decisions, earnings loom. Put a link to this. Market watch from Microsoft start. Fed raises interest rate 0.25 percentage points. Opens the door to another hike despite easing inflation. In fact, they think nothing's going on. GDP grew 2.4% pace second quarter, topping expectations despite recession calls. The Federal Reserve seems to think there's no recession going to happen this year. I don't know, how's your pocketbook? The execs at Coca-Cola beg to differ. Cost-conscious customers trade down some products on inflation bites. People aren't buying name brand stuff anymore. People are going for the vests and for the off-brands, he's saying. Retail health company has Chase accounts suddenly terminated over being critical of COVID vaccines in the FDA. Not the first time we've seen this. PayPal did this to a lot of us back, years ago. Terminated. They don't like what you're talking about. They don't like what you're saying. Well, guess what? They don't have to do business with you. They just terminate your account. The IRS is under fire. Congresswoman demands answers over $10 million militarization spend. Oh, come on, give me a break. Because we gotta come on, get the taxes. IRS halts most unannounced visits due to taxpayers citing safety concerns. Oh, you mean the big bad Americans with the guns? They don't like that you're coming for the monies? Put a link to that. Millionaire crypto influencer chopped up in a suitcase, sent out cryptic message before death. I guess anybody, trying to skirt the system or trying to do their own thing, this is how they're going to be dealt with. Go sleep with the fishes. Bud Light maker Anheuser-Busch lays off hundreds of U.S. corporate workers after sales slow. That's so. It sucks for the people who had nothing to do with it, who lost there's a lot of good people that work for the company that they didn't have anything to do with what happened. They were just doing their jobs, and then the execs at the top make these stupid decisions, and now all these people lost their jobs. That sucks. And I got one at the bottom. Woke fail. Jason Aldean's Try That in a Small Town rockets to number 2 on the charts. Right on. Over to New World Order and Police State News. We're stopping and asking, please share this report. There's a lot of stuff going on people need to know about. Now we got this. Wow, the Department of Homeland Security is out of control. Below is whether they're labeling Americans right-wing extremes. Now this is old stuff. We all knew this back in 2009 with the MIAC report and all that stuff. But we have to remind ourselves that there are people that are constantly at different levels of waking up. So somebody put this out on Truth Social this week. This came out July 23rd, 2023. Again, stuff we've known for 10, 15 years about how military veterans, anti-war groups, militia, of course, alternative media, patriot movement, all these are considered enemy of the state. I'll put a link to this. Of course, these are all conspiracy theories, all right? Top World Economic Forum official says dangerous conspiracy theories must be eliminated. Yes, we must. We're talking about all kinds of internet control this week. Look at this. 40 senators have sponsored bipartisan bill forcing you to upload your driver's license before being able to post on the internet and viewing content. Boy, I talked about this a long time ago when it comes to Jericho and Operation Blackjack. In fact, in Jericho and Operation Blackjack, you have to have a government-issued identification card to even access the internet. And rest assured, that's where it's all going to end up. I told you this for years. OpenAI's launches iris scanning crypto plan to verify every human online. This from Zero Hedge. I got another one here from Bloomberg. WorldCoin launched more than meets the eye. How about iris scanning to identify everyone online? This is craziness. We Are Change put out Trojan Horse, the Everything app, and WorldCoin. It's here. Yes, if you haven't noticed, the Twitter is no longer a bird anymore. It's now an X. X marks the spot. I guess maybe everything's fallen into place. Man. The New World Order full steam ahead. Intelligence agency funding research to merge AI with human brain cells. All part of the plan, I assure you. Other news going on. How about some good old-fashioned police state news? Now, this is a truck driver that was in a short pursuit. I guess he pulled over, put his hands up, and they unleashed the dog. Now, you got your fellow officer saying, don't unleash the dog.
Do not let them. Don't release the dog.
I watch what happens.
Do not release the dog with his hands up.
This is,
Do not
7,
release the dog with his hands
July
up.
4,
Do not release the dog
4th of July.
with his hands up, dog.
There you go. He released the dog anyway.
Do not. Get the dog off of me. Get the dog off of me.
Don't know what he was running from, don't know what the pursuit was about, but I do see a big civil suit coming. Put a link to that. Now, over to the agenda news. Listen to oh my God. What if you're going through the wrong puberty? Listen to this.
What would you say to folks who think that they're being reasonable by saying, why can't children just wait till they're 18?
Adolescence is hard and puberty is hard. What if you're going through the wrong puberty? What if you inside feel that you are female, but now you're going through a male puberty?
What if you're going through the wrong puberty? What is this? What is this? Putin signs law banning sex change in Russia. I'm not sure that I agree with that, when it comes to, consenting adults and what they want to do with their body, but that's what Putin has to say. Whistleblower troops push over to immigration news, told to push kids into the Rio Grande investigation underway. Speaking of immigration, 2 men beaten by a group of disorderly migrants outside NYC shelter. One victim pushed through a glass door, say cops. I got thrown out of a window, man! Possession of a concealed weapon and disturbing the peace. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Over to World War III news. Let's see. Blinken says Ukraine has taken back 50% of territory that Russia has seized. That from the J-Post. Meanwhile, Russia says they destroyed 15 Leopards and 20 Bradleys destroyed in 1 day, says Putin. That from RT. The U.S. has sent nuclear-powered submarine USS Tennessee with 20 Triton II intercontinental ballistic missiles with launch range of more than 12,000 kilometers to the UK. That from a source I don't know. But speaking of, Britain warns Russia may start targeting civilian ships. That from in-game WW3 on Twitter. Definitely follow him for updated World War III news around the clock. Zelensky demands West provide full protective shield. Oh, he demands. Of anti-aircraft defense systems. He demands. This is guy. North Korea, check out what's going on over there. It welcomes China and Russia with military display after pandemic isolation. So China and Russia meeting in North Korea. How weird is this? U.S. announces, speaking of China, $345 million military aid package to Taiwan. Put a link to that. Nigeria's pro-Western president overthrown a military coup amid fears. Wagner Group growing influence in Africa. Some miscellaneous news here. We got a Polish army convoy consisting of roughly 200 pieces of equipment. They're heading toward the Polish-Belarusian border. Be advised, we got SA. I believe that South Africa would be defenseless if attacked. Expert warns defense minister unsustainable. That from News 24. Some miscellaneous stuff here. We got over in Taiwan, we had 9 soldiers injured by a mortar explosion at an ammo depot there. And back here in the United States, we had 3 Marines found dead near Camp Lejeune. Died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Very strange news. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news. Now I got the earthquake grid set up for 6 points and above for the past week. We had a 6.4 on the 26th. 6.0 on the 25th, 6.0 on the 24th. Pretty normal around the world. Let me drop it down to 5. A lot of 5s going on. I'll put a link to the earthquake data. Didn't see too much on volcanoes this week. Like a hot tub, the big story this week is heat. Water temperatures off Florida soar over 100 degrees, stunning experts. Put a link to the water is getting hot. Large U.S. grid declares emergency alert for July 27. Indeed, there's emergency power grids across the United States. And how on earth are we going to have all these electric cars when we can't even keep the air conditioner running in the summertime? Biden says, no problem, we'll just paint the roofs white. Let me just play a little bit of his thing here.
It's not going to alleviate the heat problem right now. But we also have
this is how we deal with
a
climate
number
crisis.
of programs to
paint
do
your roof
everything
white.
from allow people to have the ability to get help to literally paint the roofs white.
Let's see. While at the same time, he's seeking to restrict water heaters, gas stoves, dishwashers, and other appliances by 2029. There's a press conference there. World's biggest permafrost crater in Russia, Far East, thaws as planet warms. Permafrost is thawing out, says Reuters. Race to save almost 50 pilot whales after same number die in mass stranding on WA Beach. Is that West Australia, I believe? I'll put a link to this from The Guardian. Meanwhile, I got a video that I mentioned last week. Here's the video of the shark getting close. I mean, seriously close to the coastline. You tell me, is it cocaine or is it is it the magnetics of the earth screwing up their brain and they're just navigating wrong? I don't know. Check it out. Come here, gonna eat you. Look at he's right up on the beach, man. Look at this. Look at this. There's people in the water. Get out of the water! Oh my God! We're heading in, Brody. Authorities make progress in the aftermath of terrifying crane collapse. We had the big crane come out in New York this week. Oh my God! This crane on fire fell into a building. I'm sorry, we're a construction company. We'll fix that. Stuff happens in New York, man. It's constantly building and construction. Sometimes things go wrong. I think it was a busted hydraulic line or something like that. Race to salvage sinking ship. Out problems at sea. 3,000 vehicles, including 350 Mercedes, as it burns out of control in North Sea after fire caused by an electric car. An electric car set the ship on fire. Looks like a prison barge or something. Put a link to that. Massive fireball brings people to tears. I don't know about that. Lights up the skies over Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Florida, leaving some fearing Armageddon. Oh, come on. It's not the first time we've seen a fireball in the sky. It's some little video. We've seen better ones than that. Give me a break. And check this out. For the people who want the alien, people ask me why I don't cover the alien stuff. There's not a lot of stuff that sticks out to me, and there's always alien talk. But listen to what this guy has to say.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Listen.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Non-human biologics recovered with these craft. Think about it. Over to strange and bizarre news. I got all kinds of stuff. I got some video to play here. Outrageous. Elderly Lowe's worker fired for trying to stop thugs from stealing, gets assaulted. Listen to this.
Lots of customers are really upset about this.
Yeah, this is messed
According
up.
to Rincon Police, Donna Hansborough, who was employed here at this Lowe's in Rincon for 13 years in the garden section, she was just trying to do the right thing, following out some shoplifters. That's when she got punched in the face 3 times, and now she's in the unemployment line.
First time I've ever been hit.
How dare you try to stop shoplifters? That's uncalled for.
Never fired.
Donna Hansborough was fired last month after trying to stop a group of alleged shoplifters at the Lowe's.
Pisses me off, man. Here's a guy here. Watch these 2 giant fatties rob 2 shopping carriages full of clothing in Sacramento.
Say hi to the camera.
Look at this. You're just supposed to let people walk out, fill up their cars with stolen stuff. The cops don't do anything because the cops don't chase shoplifters anymore. This is just supposed to be allowed to happen while prices go up for everyone else.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, look at this guy. It didn't work out too good for him. At least the last 2 ladies had an escape plan. Look at this.
Bro.
He tries to shimmy
around the parking lot is not gonna help you, bro. You have to drop.
What is he thinking here?
What you gonna do now, bro?
I'm gonna escape by crawling over the edge.
You done fucked up, bro.
Watch this.
Fucked up.
Yeah, this is about to hurt. He's a pretty good ways up there. Oh, yeah, that's ouch. Put a link to that. This guy here now, don't know if this is true. There will be hundreds jumping off balconies in Rwanda if it ever kicks off. I don't know what is this guy's thinking. Watch him do this flip over this railing and oh my God, he's a big guy too. That's gotta hurt. There's a naked woman shooting at the Bay Bridge toll plaza yesterday. Check this out. We got footage here. There's a naked woman with a gun on the highway. Holy she shit. Is firing her weapon. Look at this. I don't think you can see. It's kind of far away, so you can't really see too much of the nakedness. But
holy shit,
she's definitely firing a gun.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fuck that. It's a lady.
Whoa!
Naked lady on the highway firing a gun, be advised. Speaking of big women, look at this. There's a big Barbie, this whole Barbie thing that's going on now. Stepping out of the box, gonna crush this Barbie Bunyan. Does she have a penis? I don't know, but she's gonna crush everyone. This big 3D ad. How did they do that? Well, they brought Tupac back to life. Remember that? Body found in search for a black male. Paddleboarder 43 drowned in pond on Martha's Vineyard. At Obama estate, turned out to be his chef. Evidence-free conspiracy theories about Obama's chef gets boost on X, formerly known as Twitter. Well, the people want to know. People like to theorize. I mean, was this Obama's lover? Did they get in a spat? Did he dump him in the ocean? And what happened there? I don't know. 68-year-old woman in wheelchair, completely covered in cockroaches, foaming at the mouth, struck and killed by SUV in NYC. Didn't look too much into that. Don't really want to. Parents charged after toddler fatally shot by brother 5 who allegedly had cocaine in his system. What is with all this cocaine lately? What the hell? There is so much. There's no kidnapping. We got an update on this. This Carly Russell, that she was chasing a baby on the highway and then she was abducted, put into a truck, and all this. She made it all up. It was all a hoax. She had all these thousands of people. This went viral around the United States, around the planet. Everybody following this. Nope, she made it all up. She's now been charged with 2 misdemeanors. She's probably just going to get a little probation out of all this. I don't know. And I got one at the bottom here. The winner for the most uncomfortable and bizarre pedo bust ever award goes to this guy.
Fiber?
He needs.
Yeah,
he needs
fiber.
He's there to meet a 13-year-old boy.
Hey,
and
man, you
he's
want to
being
have a
confronted,
conversation?
and now he's got to.
Hey man, I can involve the police, or we can have a conversation. You want to have a conversation? You want to turn around and talk to me?
What
Hey, bro, I can call the cops right now, or we can just, we can just have a conversation.
I'm actually really constipated, sir. Please, can you actually let me get my supplements so I can actually go home so I can poop?
That's all I got for news. Check out my favorites for more. There's a good interview with Sinead O'Connor over there, Arsenio Hall, 1991. People were talking all kinds of shit on GLP about Sinead O'Connor. I don't know the woman's personal politics or her religion or anything. That doesn't, when it comes to Sinead O'Connor, let me tell you something. If you've ever had your heart stomped on and just completely crushed, and you spent like nights listening to her music, even though I never met the woman, I felt such an emotional connection to her. I don't know how to put this into words. But anybody who's ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. So I got nothing but love for her. She did a great interview on Arsenio Hall in 1991. Really good exchange between the two of them. Check that out if you want. Carly Russell arrested, charged with, of course, she was released immediately for misdemeanor charges. Patriot Nurse has got a good one over there. Trolley crashes in a historic building. Trolley come off the tracks during maintenance. Craziness. We got the woman who, in the green shirt, Monograph put out a video. I don't know if she just tapped him and she put him on pause, or if he just had a stroke or what happened there, but it's definitely weird. All kinds of fresh news and my favorites. Hey, the Pooflinger's coming back. He's got a promo over there. Definitely check his stuff out. Would be good to see you again, man. All kinds of fresh news and my favorites all the time. Thank you to everybody still putting out content, keeping everybody informed. You guys are doing awesome work. I got a couple shout outs and then I'm going to shut up, I promise. Shout out to Breakdance. Now, there's no sound for this one, but I'm just impressed by the woman's skills here as she pulls the trigger on the car wash and starts breakdancing. I mean, this is not fake. This is real. I don't know what the PSI of this hose is, but this is how you breakdance in 5 seconds. Put a link to that. And shout out to a future sniper. Watch this. This is totally not staged. I looked at this several times. This woman is really painting her window over here when this kid, he's just going to be a marvelous sniper. Oh, that sucks. He's in trouble. I'm so sorry you got to deal with that mess, but that was a great shot. I don't know what say you. Put a link to that. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you like the report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst, you never want to see it again, please rate. That would help us move around. You can also follow me on all my links below. The BitChute, the Gab, the Rumble, the Facebook, the Twitter, all this stuff. Or I guess it's called X now, whatever it's called. All links are at the bottom. You can support me on Patreon or directly with DonorBox. I put a lot into these reports. I definitely appreciate any support. And thank you to the people who do support me every week and on Patreon. I love you guys so much. Tell me your thoughts on what is going on in the world with all kinds of China meeting with Russia and North Korea. We got people having, I don't know if we call them strokes. I don't want to say anything medical. And the CDC is going to have a yearly, do you want to get the yearly booster or whatever it is, along with your weekly, your yearly or whatever, flu? I'm at a loss for words this week. The whole Mitch McConnell thing was really the most bizarre thing I've seen in a long time. He was just put on pause. I don't know how else you explain it. You guys tell me what you think is going on. And what's the weather like where you are? It's hundreds and hundreds of degrees in St. Louis. Crazy weather. Oh, man, it's been a hot week, long week. You guys take care. Stay safe, though. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes on a Sunday while I give you the news. I'm sorry it's very early in the morning. I took a nap, but I'm still not with it. I'm probably going to sit here and listen to some Sinead O'Connor while I do my video editing and hopefully get this up by about 5 a.m. or so. You guys take care, stay safe, remain vigilant, always be ready for anything at any time. I love you very much. I will see you on the